the National Police Service, and specifically the formula in which the National Police Service uses. One of the roles that this commission has is to develop fairer processes that can be used so that they can address the issue of inequality for people who want to serve in the National Police Service. They will also deal with promotions and confirmation of appointments. Madam Speaker, very importantly, they have a role for...
Of course, Colette Suda from the public, and having been a sociology lecturer, this is a team, Honorable Speaker, that will do this. But Honorable Speaker, allow me only to emphasize one point, which has been spoken to by the majority leader. Honorable Speaker, we have the best Bill of Rights in this country. We have the best
elaborate Bill of Rights coming out of repressive regimes over the past year since independence. And at the center of any democracy is the law enforcement agencies. Honorable Speaker, our Kenyan police and our entire security system is a respected body all over the world. And every Kenyans expect them.
Also just say that yes, we need to respect our police, but our police need to restrain themselves as well. Just now, a young man has been shot dead. It is very unfortunate because the police have a higher duty of care. Just the way we as members of parliament, we are abused daily, we are even attacked physically, but we restrain ourselves. When you are given to him who much is given, much is expected.
Tension rises yesterday during a heated parliamentary conversation when Suba North MP Millie Odhiambo rise to a question to talk about the conduct of police officers during demos that entirely took the better part of the day in Nairobi, where young Kenyans, mostly Gen Zs and activists, join other Kenyans in voicing their concern on Albert Ojwang's death, which appeared under unclear circumstances, who died in the hands of police. Suba North MP Odhiambo raised the question on the alarming rise where a police officer was caught on camera shooting an unarmed protester, a young man who was selling masks at a close range. Joining other legislators in parliament, Millie Odhiambo said as the opposition or the ODM party would not tolerate if but what the government is going to do such kind of incidents and untolerated action or behaviors by the police or security agencies in the name of law enforcement or law and property protection within the city. Other MPs who joined the MP were among the ODM allies MPs who even at a point told the speaker that they will walk away in solidarity for the government to know how serious it is for them to take action, which later the National Police Service, through a statement that was issued or shared online, that said the police officer had been arrested and would be arraigned in court today. Here is what transpired in Parliament during that heated debate.
And Madam Speaker, as I support this motion before the floor, I want to say that the work of the National Police Service is well cut out. Number one, they deal with recruitment and appointments to the National Police Service. We have always had problems of unfair appointments to the National Police Service. And Madam Speaker, in some regions, we have always had skewed recruitment of people to the National Police Service, and specifically the formula in which the National Police Service uses. One of the roles that this commission has is to develop fairer processes that can be used so that they can address the issue of inequality for people who want to serve in the National Police Service. They will also deal with promotions and confirmation of appointments. Madam Speaker, very importantly, they have a role for disciplinary control inside the National Police Service. We've had incidences, and like the latest of Ojwang, Madam Speaker, who has died in a police station. Disciplinary control is a role that the National Police Service has to the officers who serve and even the management of the institutions that are gazetted as police posts and police stations. Madam Speaker, we'll be looking forward to have new brains to have new ideas so that they will not serve like those who have been there before, that they can better the commission so that the commission can serve this country. Madam Speaker, and I want to say this while I agree with the majority leader specifically on this, a country is held together by institutions such as the National Police Service. But we must agree one thing, Madam Speaker. What has happened, for instance, today? A young man selling some items in town has been shot down by a police officer. Selling face masks. Madam Speaker, the young man did not run. He was unarmed. It's just worrying. And one of the roles that the National Police Service has to do is to bring our country together. And the greatest threat now we have is when an institution or leadership loses touch with the people they lead. Where I come from, Madam Speaker, we rear cattle. The worst shepherd is the shepherd who cannot look back and see where his cattle is. Let us be careful that we do not lose touch with Kenyans. A good shepherd looks back to see whether he still has his flock. Let us not lose Kenyans in the race of leading Kenya. And specifically for us who are elected on Kenya Kwanza, we promised the police service that we will improve their conditions for working. So I want to say, Madam Speaker, that as I conclude, the Kenya Kwanza administration promised three things. One, their remunerations, their conditions for working, and their benefits, majority of which have not been met up to date. The current National Police Service, as we approve them, and I agree, they are competent individuals, they need to work so that, Madam Speaker, they are able to get benefits. Otherwise, with those very many remarks, Madam Speaker, let us approve them. Some of them are people we know, very competent, and I want to say that these are people who can serve this country and make it better even as we go forward. And I want to thank Kimani Ichung'wah for listening to the ground, because now I've seen you have changed your talking. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable members. Let me now put the question. Honorable, oh, you reply first. Sorry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg to reply, despite that no one of our great ladies in the House has supported, but I know they have already supported all of them. Madam Speaker, I want to thank all members who actually contributed to this
Honorable
debate.
Togoyo, you can donate some of your reply to Honorable Millie, because I know she was there from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I donate 2 minutes.
Yeah, we will.
So that meets it. 1 of 3 is 30%.
Okay, fine. Let us not lose focus. Honorable Speaker, when we inaugurated the new constitution, it gave us a very elaborate Bill of Rights coming out of repressive regimes over the past year since independence. And at the center of any democracy is the law enforcement agencies. Honorable Speaker, our Kenyan police and our entire security system is a respected body all over the world. And every Kenyan expects them to uphold the rule of law, integrity, accountability, and respect to human rights. Honorable Speaker, as we stand here today, truth be told without even bias, the relationship between the Kenyan police service and the general public could be considered to be at the lowest ebb ever. Why, Honorable Speaker? 2 issues, Honorable Speaker, and on both sides. One, there is a general lack of motivation in the police force, a police service. Their level of empowerment, their level of welfare, their salary, their living conditions, their working conditions are deplorable and to the very best, not acceptable for a human person working. And the chair knows, many places, Honorable Speaker, at this time of age and era, there are no vehicles to transport policemen to go to work. At this particular time and era, Many police stations, even those that have got police cars, do not have fuel allocation. They have to rely on members of public. You call a policeman to come and rescue, the first question they'll ask you, nitumie pesa kununua mafuta. We diminish their morale. Then, Honorable Speaker, the issue of mental health could also be combined with the working conditions. On the other side, Honorable Speaker, the police are trained to serve the people of Kenya. It's unacceptable for a policeman to brutalize a human being. It's unacceptable, Honorable Speaker, for a policeman to shoot and kill a harmless person. I saw it in my own eyes, Honorable Speaker, during the Sufuria Mandamano, the Ugali Mandamano. Honorable Speaker, we just pray the new service. The commissioners will truly make the service a service, not a brutal force to be used to settle political scores and to settle other unknown issues.
Honorable Ngongoya. I said Ngogoyo. Oh, they were. Honorable Millie, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You see how they trivialize women issues?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity because I am a lady. Not despite me being a lady, because I am a lady. And I want to say that, Madam Speaker, it is actually wonderful that you are sitting as a speaker. And in this commission that we are doing the appointment now, there are 2 women and 1 man. And let them feel what it is like. They are all complaining using words like despite. We can give you further English to use to complain because as we've been complaining all our lives. But that aside, Madam Speaker, I support. Of course, it would have been, I know the one of them, Honorable, Madam Colette, and I know the issue of her age as a reason, and I wish we had brought in somebody younger, but she still has competence because we cannot also do away with our people who are older. We will also one day be all 70, Madam Speaker. But having said that, Madam Speaker, I think members have spoken to this, but I'll also just say that yes, we need to respect our police, but our police need to restrain themselves as well. Just now, a young man has been shot dead. It is very unfortunate because the police have a higher duty of care, just the way we as members of parliament. We are abused daily. We are even attacked physically, but we restrain ourselves. When you are given to him who much is given, much is expected. So even if the public goes against you, please restrain yourself. I support.
Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also stand to support these particular nominees. And Honorable Speaker, it is actually very refreshing that this time round we have the 2/3 gender favoring the female gender. It's a very refreshing thing, Honorable Speaker, but we believe in the competence of these 3 nominees. And Honorable Speaker, it is the role of the National Police Service Commission to ensure that our police are upholding the highest standards, especially in discipline. It is just to also join my colleagues in actually condemning the fact that we had a young man shot today because he was selling mass, he was not armed. And we'd just like to urge our police, Honorable Speaker, to exercise restraint. It is very important for them to do that, Honorable Speaker, and we are here to support and ensure that they are actually getting the best people to help them to be able to strive to the highest excellence of discipline. With those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I do support. I thank you.
Honorable Tangoyo, close, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want really to appreciate all members in this House who had actually contributed to this motion and supported. Madam Speaker, as I said earlier, the 3 nominees that we are approving this evening to join the police service, I've got a lot of confidence in them. There are people who have demonstrated already high level of competence. The recruitment is just around the corner. And
yes, Honorable Millie, what's your point of order?
Okay. Madam Speaker, it would be, whoops. Madam Speaker, it would be careless on my part if I don't say that I've just learned that actually the young man that I'm talking about, I'm being told, is again from Homa Bay and from Suba. Madam Speaker, that is why we must always stand on principle. Can you imagine if I was speaking here carelessly, saying how it is nice for police to kill people? But I have said the police need to restrain themselves without knowing that this is a person from Suba. Madam Speaker, I want to repeat, it does not matter, and he was selling masks because people are demonstrating. I've actually watched that clip. It is totally reckless and irresponsible what that police officer has done, and they are doing a disservice to this government, because when you make 5 steps forward or 10 steps forward, they take you 50 back. And we need to be moving forward as a country. We can't be moving back all the time. What do I go and tell the Suba people, honestly? I don't know if it's from Suba North or Suba South, but whichever is from Suba. It is unfortunate. And from Homa Bay, we are tired of mourning. We are dying of natural causes. Even yesterday, I lost my nursery school teacher at Which. Today, again, we are from the police. Let us die of let us die of natural causes, not being killed. Homa Bay, please. Please.
Thank you.
Ongondowere, Ojuang. Now, surely, all of us are being killed. Who will remain in Homa Bay? Please.
Anyway, my condolences.
Okay, Honorable Tongoyo.
My condolences to the young Kenyan. Honorable Speaker, I was just saying that the 3 nominees that we are approving this evening to join the National Police Service, I've got a lot of confidence, and I want to appreciate members, and I know they will bring the most much needed reform in the police service, modernizing the police service, and of course even bring, of course, the issue of ongoing reform in the police service. Their work is cut off. The first assignment is the upcoming National Police Service recruitment, which we want to assure the country that, of course, in the support of this House is
Mudoni Kimani, a lady who has risen from very humble beginnings and has served up to very high echelons of the security apparatus. I know Benjamin Emai, a person I've worked with in the security sector when I've been serving in this committee since 2013, a very capable man who would be able to serve in this important committee. Honorable Speaker, Madam Colette Suda was a sociology teacher at the University of Nairobi, a lecturer for very long, amazing lady who has served previously as a PS and a CAS, including in our education ministry. So I know them, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the emphasis I wanted to make is that we have a team of nominees here, Honorable Speaker, who will stand for the functions and roles of the National Police Service Commission. This commission has 4 main roles under the Constitution, Honorable Speaker. Number 1, this is the commission that deals with recruitment of police officers. This is the commission that deals with transfer of police officers. This is the commission that deals with promotion of police officers. People may not know, but this is the commission that deals with disciplinary control over processes of discipline of a police officer. So seeing their orientation and where they come from, Perry's from the Kenya Police, Benjamin Imai from Administration Police, and of course Colette Suda from the public, and having been a sociology lecturer, this is a team, Honorable Speaker, that will do this. But Honorable Speaker, allow me only to emphasize one point, which has been spoken to by the majority leader. Honorable Speaker, we have the best Bill of Rights in this country. We have the best Bill of Rights. And I think we must allow our people to enjoy those provisions in our human rights and fundamental freedoms to the full. But Honorable Speaker, we need to begin reminding all Kenyans and even foreigners in the country, Honorable Speaker, that we can only enjoy those fundamental freedoms and human rights within the confines of the law, within the confines of the Constitution, and alive to the fact that ultimately we need a stable state. Honorable Speaker, I was very sad when I saw a video of a person now confirmed to be a foreigner wielding a panga at our police officers on the main street in Nakuru. And you know he's wielding the panga, charging at the police officers who are armed, and he's sharpening the panga on the tarmac as he goes. I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that such an individual is lucky because of the richness of our Bill of Rights. In the country he comes from, which I hear is Uganda, I don't think he would have reached with that panga even on the streets. And so we must avoid situations where we overprovoke our police officers, because these police officers, Honorable Speaker, are going to the level where they are saying we may sit back and let people do as they will. That would be the birth of chaos. That would be the birth of anarchy. Honorable Speaker, on the other day, just the other day when we were dealing with the matter of budget here, I saw a young Kenyan lady, an activist who has been doing very, very well. A lady from Western, I know. These are over 6 police officers all armed to control demonstration. And I don't know whether the House and members watched that video. The girl just charged that police officer and went pulling the neck, pulling it. You don't do that. Soon thereafter, you watched the law and order sector in the United States. And I don't know, Honorable Speaker, you watched what that law and order officer was saying. You abuse our police officers, you will go to jail, but you pass through hospital. You spit on our police officers, you will go. He said, your relatives will be called to pick the remains, your remains, wherever they are. I'm not saying we should go to that extreme, but I see a challenge where we must, Honorable Speaker, begin thinking of how we can enjoy these fundamental freedoms, while aware they have limits, and while aware these police officers, if they avoided keeping law and order, there is a problem. That is not to say our police should behave. Indeed, those ones who misbehave must be held accountable in the manner we are doing this otherwise, and expeditiously. And Honorable Speaker, that will be the reason as to why we are sending this gentleman and these great ladies of Kenya to go and deal with disciplinary control. And when they go, if they will be approved, let them balance the scales to allow our police officers to act while allowing Kenyans also to enjoy human rights and fundamental freedoms without fear or favor. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I support.
Okay, there are people on this
their
side who have
appointment.
their hands
Thank
up.
you.
I just want to make sure if you could speak kindly for 3 minutes so that we close this matter. So, Honorable TJ, are you still interested? You look like you've zoned off. Honorable Member for Ndiwa, and then I'll come to you, Honorable Loundo, and I'll come to you.
Thank you, Speaker. Madam Speaker, thank you so much.
People who requested to actually contribute were
I rise to support.